I'm Eric,
And I'm Aaron.
and this is the new norm. Hey, everyone. So today we're going to talk a little bit about community. We have all been relegated to our homes for the period of the last 3 or 4 weeks. And if you're anything like me, you're probably starting to miss some things. But in particular, you're finding not that you're missing things so much as things are becoming more and more difficult without community. So, Aaron, I'm going to ask you, what are some of those things that you're realizing uh, are a struggle without the community around you?
Sure, yeah. There's lots of things. The first one that comes to my mind is raising a 6-year-old. We have one 6-year-old daughter, and she is old enough to partake in all the things that we partake in, in terms of going for walks and having conversations and playing games. But she is not yet old enough to stay by herself. Um, I think when we were all able to go out and interact with people, I don't think I realized how much I relied on being able to go to a park and have her go play with other people's kids, or being able to drop her off at a friend's house so that my wife and I could have some time by ourselves to go for a walk by ourselves. And the old saying, "It takes a village to raise a child." I am becoming very, very keenly aware of why that is a saying. How about yourself?
Yeah, it's a great question. For me, the community has been a challenge, or lack of community has been a challenge. Before all this started, we put our house on the market. We have recently sold a 5-bedroom house, and we're moving across town, and we're finding it a huge challenge. I am responsible for moving, and I don't want to ask my friends. We've taken the whole COVID-19 thing very seriously, so I don't want to engage with others or put others at risk. And for the same reason, I don't want to hire movers to help me. So I have found probably the biggest challenge through all this thus far, not having community, is I'm moving a family of 9 across town, and I'm responsible for doing it myself. And I don't realize how easy, or I'm starting to realize how easy it would have been a month ago to just call my buddies and say, hey, I'll get a couple of cases of beer, we'll get some soda, some pizza, help me move for 3 or 4 hours,
Right.
and it's all said and done. So how are you responding to that? What is your answer to not being able to drop your daughter off?
Oh man, answers are in short supply on this one. I fear. We've been doing some things. She's been doing daily FaceTimes with her grandmother. They're reading the Harry Potter series together. Things like that to give her some of that interaction. We've done some video play dates with friends, which worked pretty well. There's only so much time that a 6-year-old is going to stare at a screen and talk to another 6-year-old, but sometimes it's good for a half hour or so. That's probably the closest we've come to a solution, but we are open to suggestion. How about yourself?
Yeah, so actually, I'm going to throw a suggestion out there. One of the apps that my kids have found really, really helpful is Marco Polo.
Oh
Uh,
yeah.
Kids at different ages struggle to have that back and forth conversation like most of us adults are used to. But Marco Polo, you record it, you ask your questions, you prepare for it, and then you send it. So that's been a really good tool for us. As it relates to the move, we really had to think outside the box. We ordered 2 very large storage pods. I have the help of my wife to pack. We have, as a lot of you know, 7 children who are who vary between really helpful and completely useless as it relates to helping me load the storage pod. But we've given ourselves 3 weeks to pack. And we've got a couple really good friends who are committed to quarantining, not leaving their house for the 2 weeks that lead up to our move to help us with the loose ends and unpacking. So I'm really, really grateful for that. That being said, these are 2 challenges that just Aaron and I are having. There's a lot of other challenges out there. We'd love to hear from you specific to what challenges you're having, not having a community around you to lean on. So leave some comments below. Again, give us some topics to talk about as well. We'd love to hear from you. Until then, I'm Eric,
And I'm Aaron.
and this is the new norm.